Hi, I'm John Springermiller from Knee Binding. This is the Knee Binding Carbon. It's our best-selling product. All of our bindings have a feature that no other binding on the market has. It's really unique, and it has to do with mitigating knee injuries. There's 70,000 ACL injuries a year on skis. Most of them happen when you're falling backwards and you catch an inside edge. And 70,000 times a year, the knee gets ripped apart and the ACL gets damaged. This binding has a special third release mechanism that other bindings don't have that can mitigate that injury. You know, ordinary bindings have a DIN setting here and for the forward heel release. This binding has a third setting here, which is for the lateral heel release. And that lateral heel release allows the binding to open sideways at the heel. No other binding can do this. There are turntable bindings, but those, like all other bindings, simply allow the boot to rotate around the heel and open sideways at the toe. This binding also allows the binding to rotate around the toe and release sideways at the heel. And this is the only binding in the world that can do that. And that's how we mitigate knee injuries. And in the 4 years we've been on the market, there have been 280,000 ACL injuries out there. 3/4 of them have been this one specific injury mechanism that we go after. And we haven't had a single one of those, not one in 4 years. That's not the only great thing about this binding. It has a floating mount system we call Flex Float. And if you look under here, you can see a floating mount post. This also has a floating heel track in the back here. And those things all combine to allow the ski to flex completely naturally on the snow. There's no way that this inhibits the flex of the ski, so it skis great, but it also mitigates pre-release. When you have a deep flex situation, this binding doesn't pop open at the heel the way others do because of that. And also, it has the widest boot platform front and back in the industry. It's got great toe height adjustment. It's got great leverage and edge grip. So it skis better, it retains better, and it's one heck of a lot safer. That's the knee binding.